I'm Randy the Natural Couture.
This is Dean Lister.
I'm Stefan Bonner.
This is Canada Spider Grove.
I'm Cara Priesing.
This is Brandon Truth Vera.
Hey, I'm Ariane Celeste.
Yeah, I'm Chuck Liddell, and you're watching MMA Fix.
Once again, for the MMA Fix, I'm Dave Farra at the X1075 studios in Las Vegas. Sitting next to Sam, Hands of Stone Stout. How are you, brother?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Good to see you, man. Big fight coming up, April the 19th, in your homeland, too.
Big fight, yeah. It's my homecoming in the UFC, and first UFC in Canada. It's a big honor to be a part of it.
Well, tell me, is there added pressure with it being in Canada and being on a card in front of a lot of people that are friends and family?
This game's all about pressure, so it's it's nothing I'm not used to dealing with. I've fought in front of, I fought on big events, Spike TV main events twice. So
yeah.
I'm used to having a lot of eyes on me, and everyone from back home's always watching anyways. So now they just get to be there in person. So it's not too much different.
I know that your normal training routine is probably pretty rigorous, but what's different?
Being out here in Las Vegas, I've gotten a chance to hook up with some, phenomenal fighters. I'm training at Extreme Couture here in Vegas. There's, a stable of fighters there that's just really unparalleled at any other gym. In terms of just lightweights alone, I got, Tyson Griffin, Gray Maynard, Mac Danzig. There's a list of other guys that, are fighting on various other shows. Mark Hominick and Chris Ordesky come up here a lot to do their camps here as well. I learn something new every day.
Training with these high-level guys, what's one thing that you knew that you really needed to work on and you have improved over the last 6 months?
Definitely wrestling and jiu-jitsu, the whole ground game. I've always had a pretty good handle on the stand-up side of things, and being out here has really helped just make my game a lot more well-rounded.
What do you think about the UFC lightweight division? It's starting to get pretty stacked, right?
It's pretty deep, man. It's a deep division. There's tons of talent. It's I think probably one of the most talent-rich divisions in the UFC. The way this game works, it can change so quickly. Like you see a guy like Frankie Edgar, who was, one of the big names, one of the top ranked guys.
Sure, 8-0, right?
8-0, beat some big names.
Yeah.
And Spencer Fisher, and beat Tyson Griffin, one of my training partners. And then you get a guy like Gray, who not too many people know. He was on the show. Most of his fights have been, dark matches or prelim fights. And he comes in and he's just the right matchup to beat Frankie Edgar. He came in with the right game plan. He trained the right way, and boom, now he's at the top. So it's a pretty exciting division to be a part of.
We saw another win by Kenny Florian, and he looked pretty good too over Joe Lauzon in the main event of the night. And he's somebody that's dealt you one of your few losses. Is he back in your sights again? Is he somebody that you want to get back in and mix it up with?
Yeah, I'd love to avenge that loss, of course. Yeah, he's the only guy that I've lost to that I haven't beat as well.
Right.
So I'd really like to get that, kind of erase that loss off my record. But for now, I'm focusing on the task at hand, which is Rich Clemente.
Las Vegas is your home away from home. What do you think about this city and spending so much time here and training here?
I really love it here. That's what it feels like, a home away from home for me. I don't, it used to be when I'd come out here, I would, feel kind of, like I get homesick, just be thinking, I can't wait for this camp to be over so I can go home and see my family and see all my friends. But now I have so many friends out here. My sister is engaged to my coach, Sean Tompkins, and that's who I stay with when I'm out here. I met Sean through Emily, through my sister.
Oh, okay.
So they started dating, and she brought him home to meet the family, and he started talking to me about the fights and traveling and all this stuff, and I was just listening in awe. And next thing you know, he was putting on a small smoker at his old gym. He invited me to come, and he had me as one of the runners running gloves down to the fighters and stuff like that. And I just saw these kickboxing fights for the first time in my life, and I had never seen anything like it. As soon as that show was over, first thing I asked him was, when can I start? And ever since then, I've been training with him full time. He's been my coach and like a big brother to me since I was 16 years old.
Well, best of luck to you on April the 19th. Thank you for talking to us today here on RawVegas.tv.
Thank you.
And once again, good luck to you in your homeland.
Thanks a lot.
For the MMA Fix, I'm Dave Farra with Sam Stout.